fucking amazing.
Who's here? Derek!
That was amazing!
You watched? Oh! Dudes! People nearly died!
Went pretty well for us there.
That was amazing!
Who else is here?
Everybody moved.
Oh, I thought someone else joined in.
It's crazy.
Dude!
Amazing experience. Both fighting.
Oh my god. Hey, quick thing.
I'm just saying, I'm still hyped since the beginning. Like,
We're gonna break shit. We're gonna break shit down in a second. Just give me a second.
The moment I watched the second robot, I'm like, oh my god, I already know how this is gonna go.
Hold on a second. Before we break shit down, we gotta get other people in here first. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan, aka Ryman, and yeah, this isn't a gaming video. This is a post-battle breakdown of history.
Hello, people on Ryman8989's channel. I am yours truly, the King Wesker, on Twitch, Live TV, with Ryman on YouTube, and joining him on his post-battle review. And for those of you who watch the Megabots Inc. versus...
Calm down! There's too much hype!
There's too much hype!
There's too much hype!
It was fucking amazing!
Yes!
USA versus Japan!
And USA won!
Round one went to the Hirotas and the other one...
Oh my
I'm
god,
saying
like,
the name wrong.
spirits...
It was fucking amazing!
Spirits were so low
I'm
after
totally
that
saying
first
the name wrong.
round.
And if so, I apologize, but damn!
Spirits were super low at the end of that first round. It's like, well, this was full of suck.
Well, that is,
The moment I saw the second one,
as AJ said, that was an exhibition round only to fulfill the original terms of the agreement.
Oh, that was...
Yeah.
This was so awesome, people nearly died.
I was halfway expecting the guy with that firefighter putting the fire out to get hit with a piece of metal thrown from that chainsaw.
Oh my
I was
god.
kind of hoping that one of the male narrator, the guy's going, we're fine. I was hoping one of the bullets would fall on him.
That's why we need people like us in the narration booth. Because even I would have been like, we need to get the fuck out of here!
Oh my god.
Dude,
This is what happens when you put close to 200,000 one room, well, 132,000.
dude, when Eagle Prime
I
picked...
just want to tell people though that this is the start of G Gundam.
Yes!
Before it begins.
Yes!
Oh,
Somebody get me Tequila Gundam.
Tequila Gundam, yeah! Wait. What about old Holland Gundam, where it's a giant windmill?
Oh my god.
I don't know if that'd be fair because they have like an army of them.
Dude, when Eagle Prime picked up that fucking scavenging and started spinning it around, deflecting paintball bullets,
Yeah,
I started losing it!
I
amazing.
was really hoping they were gonna bash him with that thing, just like fucking clobber the camera head off the top of the thing, just like bam.
I think though,
That would be a bad idea.
I think I have to say,
He should be in here.
I have to say,
Where the fuck is he?
oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is Mark and Aaron.
Oh, are you streaming right now?
No, I'm not streaming, I just started recording so we can talk about the post-battle.
Oh, battle was good, man. I was expecting more out of those guys.
Alrighty.
In fact, one.
Welcome everyone
Oops,
to
hang on a
Megabots
second.
headquarters.
Let me.
Oh god, that is an echo.
Yeah, I said let me pause or not pause, mute that.
I'm
But,
muting that.
I forgot that I had the stream on still, but Caveman, who's here in Mop Channel with us, he actually knows one of the guys that was the pilot for that Guy, and we were sitting there and we're like, "Oh, come on, you asshole! You used to play BattleTech. Smash him with the fucking thing, just like, crush him, like improvised weapon right there. Search for club, always."
I will say, I think the best part of the entire thing was before the reset started for technically round 3.
Yeah.
I was joking when I said, now strap on a chainsaw and get in there.
Oh, I knew that a chainsaw was one of their weapons because they show it in.
I'm taking a fucking Craigslist ad right now and saying I want to pilot one of those things. Who's gonna join me?
I will. Hello, Don.
Dawn,
what?
put my
I'm
name
going
in
there
there. Say, Dawn, I'll co-pilot with you. Let's do it.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
I'll take the one that runs.
You know what? I'm going to because I'm going to be there to break Don's leg and then eventually take his spot as a pilot.
No, we have to build our own.
Well, here's what's
You're
going to
right.
happen, right? Is think about it. I mean, we just trashed Japan's fucking giant robot, but the U.S. still has 2 giant robots. We have 200% more giant robot than any other country.
We're primed to take over the world!
You know, we add a third one in there, and we'll have enough to actually take over the world.
Let's be fucking fair first, though. Those fucking giant 3-pound paintballs would kill anyone who got in their fucking way.
If they don't blow up in the barrel.
Yeah. Is Caveman just told me now the giant Russian bear robot's gonna show up.
Every...
Bring up the Kodiak.
Look,
Are you not aware of the giant Russian bear Kodak?
every nation needs a giant robot now.
Dude,
We all
everyone
need
needs a giant robot.
No.
We all need giant robots.
And here's what you
God,
do.
If Canada had a giant robot, it'd be a giant beaver.
And you get a giant robot, and you get a giant robot, and you get a giant.
Also know the Canadian giant robot will either be based off of a moose or a lumberjack.
I'm guessing.
All right, Aaron, I think I found your
We'll
mech.
take a moose.
I think
Aaron, I found your mech. Are you ready for this? It's gonna be in the not safe.
Show me my mech. Why is it under not safe for work? I'm worried now.
Oh God.
Oh no, no, Don, no, I'm recording. I can't go to the not safe for work.
Don't worry, there's nothing you can see.
I was worried about the nipples in a twist.
No, Mark, we have other things in the not safe for work file that I can't show the public.
That's why it's called editing, Ryan.
No!
Also,
Unless he's
Don,
live streaming.
I'm confused. Where's the
Oh
cockpit?
God, that was a poor choice. Ryan.
Aaron, if I have to tell you where the cockpit is in that thing.
Wait. I mean, not that that's my type, but Aaron, are you a virgin? You don't know where the cockpit on a woman is? Come on.
Oh.
I'll just send it to you in a direct message.
I didn't mean it that way, but sure, why not?
All right, so we need to break things down from like scene by scene, starting from the very beginning.
I was about to say, AJ is our technical expert on engineering, so.
I'm the layman.
So-
And for the first fight, it was what was the first mech called again? Iron something.
Iron Glory.
Yeah, Iron Glory
yeah.
got fucked. That's exactly
That-
hell yeah.
That was sad.
That was an embarrassing
Okay.
fight.
Well, okay. So from my standpoint, as a in quotations expert on giant robot fighting, Iron Glory made the mistake of standing up to take a full fucking punch with a literal 1,000-pound fist, and
600-pound fist.
they said it was a half-ton fist. That's 1,000 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then somebody.
No, the 600. No, the 600. No, the 600-pound fist was the Japanese robot.
That's what we're talking about, Aaron.
Pretty sure they
That's
said
not-
it was a half ton, not a quarter ton.
No, they're talking about Iron Glory. They're not talking about Karatas.
I'm talking about Karatas.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's talking about Karatas. That thing's one-punch fist, as translated, thanks to AJ.
That's 90% of the Twitch chat. Actually, they were all
Right.
making that joke.
Right? But they took a straight-up punch while top-heavy, rather than A, hunkering down, or B, turning 45 to 90 degrees to the side to hopefully, soften the blow.
Don,
And they
why?
waited way too long to shoot. They should have targeted the thing's camera sensors right off the bat at long range, and then moved in and just fucking clubbed it with their elbows.
Yeah, too bad the
Yeah.
all also kind of broke in the barrel.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, again,
I honestly thought that would have caused a couple more problems out in later
But
later
Aaron, you
rounds.
gotta remember that happened twice.
Yeah, it did.
It happened once with Iron Glory and once with Eagle Prime. Except
Yeah.
Eagle Prime was a far superior battle mecha, so.
Yeah, it had an eagle on it.
Yeah.
That automatically made it like several times.
Excuse me, Aaron, but do you have a moment to talk about freedom?
yeah.
They did.
What?
Guess what they did with that time? They built a fucking robot out of it.
Oh my god. So I was really brought down with the whole one punch scenario. I was like, well fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopes were not high.
Then round 2 and 3 happens. Like, yeah.
Well, when round 2 started and it's like the ball fucking broke again, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, see, on Prime, I totally would have just had both grappling fists that they had for picking up the Jetta in the previews, because just move in there, and they did it in round 2 and round 3. They immobilized his big arm, and then you have the other one go in and you sever and just rip the other arm off and take him apart.
All right.
I mean,
But we'll get to that.
Instead,
Knocking down the
built
cars.
a shoulder-mounted mortar system for the paintballs.
Oh, that would have worked probably a lot better.
Actually, shoulder mounted, but also shooting right out of the mouth of that fucking eagle.
Oh my god, yes.
No, the eagle has to be a flamethrower.
You know what? You know what?
Did
You're
they
absolutely right.
have a flamethrower right under the cockpit?
in the original like promotional artwork, they drew it with a cigar that was a flamethrower. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Why did they not put that in there?
Because I don't think you're allowed to kill the opponent.
I
And
mean,
that is
I
what's
mean,
wrong with
no. It says if the pilot surrenders or is unable to carry on, right?
All right, so
Well,
let's
yeah.
make a
You're
pact.
unable to carry on if you're on fire.
Let's- We need to make a pact, guys, that when we build our giant robot, we never surrender.
I mean, that was my plan. I got nothing good to live for, so.
May the best pilot be the only survivor.
Right,
yes,
and
when
if
I come back from Mongolia, I'll use my ancient Mongolian wisdom to build the Mongolia bot.
Yeah, does that mean? Wait a minute. Does that mean your robots can be riding a horse?
Mark, there's only one thing that robot can be doing, and I believe it is a great. No, Mongolian throat singing should be its like background music.
So the band, I will contract the band Tengar Cavalry to do the fucking soundtrack for the thing's opening,
But
right?
seriously, Mark, your robot has to ride it on a horse because that's literally the only other thing Mongolia is
It will
known
be
for.
on a horse. It will be a horse.
I say, yeah.
oh
Yeah,
no,
there we go.
why,
Don, really?
Don?
Why?
Okay.
Mark,
Who else was gonna put
Wait.
Mongolian throat singing up?
Just hang on a second.
That's true.
It will have because I'm assuming a gigantic robot bow will not work. Giant robot crossbow that fires like 8-foot long rebar darts through people's
Oh my god.
yes.
Oh.
So what you're saying is I need to have like an 8-inch steel plate in front of me in order to survive a fight against you.
Pretty much. Because that thing's basically just going to be used to target camera sensors and pilots. Like,
Why not just the
The
pilot?
mech with a piece of rebar through my leg, like, fuck you, Mark! You son of a bitch!
Really? I thought you just break out of the cockpit with like a knife between your teeth and just start charging for him.
Well, first I gotta cut
By the
my
way-
own leg off, and then I gotta hop towards him.
By the way, I don't know, what if this were to be like a worldwide league? Would it be more difficult or easier to fight the Saudi Arabian robot since all it has is a self-destruct button?
Oh.
I mean,
I'm going with more difficult because I'm gonna assume that they're gonna channel all of the rest of their funding into making it super fast. Like, I'm going for legit strategy here.
unless they instead. Well, actually, nah. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that
Shift gears is
funding intensive to just.
La.
So, So after Eagle Prime just start knocking cars around.
You know, I can actually imagine the play-by-play for that. All right, people, we all saw this coming, but we were all hoping they wouldn't actually do it. But here we fucking go. Now we just gotta find out if the American pilot survived.
I was about to say the Saudi robot just, plays the ISIS theme song as it drives up.
I didn't know they had a theme song. I thought most attempts at creative, any kind of creation were considered against Allah and just automatically beheaded for it.
I mean, you haven't spent enough time on Live Leak, but
No, I have not.
I'm just picturing now, like Mark losing a battle, but then becoming basically the Spiral King and breaking out of the cockpit of his mech and beating the shit out of the other mech with his bare hands.
So then the other pilot, in order to defeat Mark, has to jump out of their mech and stab him in the chest with their keys.
Pretty much, yeah.
I want to see this fight. Where can I give all of my money to see this happen?
No, but we need to see more of these robot battles. Every country now has to develop their own.
Hey, wait, they don't have any rules on how many people can pilot it, right?
No.
Oh, let's make it Power Rangers Megazord. We're all piloting one robot.
Aaron, let me break it down how that's going to go. It's going to be, Team Mongolia doesn't seem to be moving at all. It just cuts to the cockpit of all of us trying to kill each other.
Or my favorite is, we have Ryan, the big huge coward, on the sideline with a remote control for when Mark literally jumps out of the cockpit.
Either that, either that or there's only one pilot. It's just the rest of us are inside the mech with like a little fake steering wheel pretending to drive it.
Aaron, are you telling me we need to make my giant tank a reality?
Yes.
Yep. Better yet, you have one actual pilot, and then everybody else controls an individual weapon.
Or how about this? Only one person is the pilot controlling everything. The others are controlling fake controls, and no one knows who's really controlling it.
Also, Don,
make Mark's plan kind of more difficult.
Also, Don, you should give me that flexible of a gun, because chances are I'll be aiming for your gun.
Yeah, well, Aaron, who says we're gonna have guns?
I'm just saying, if you give me a very
flexible
flexible
thinking that
weapon,
everyone would be happy with a flaming chainsaw.
Yeah, because honestly, all we're gonna hear is Don just yelling, "Who the fuck took out my camera?" Then just me from the other side of the mech.
A flamethrower combined with a chainsaw. Why hasn't anyone done this?
I'm sure they have.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have.
Even Buddy agrees that's a good idea.
okay.
Even if you run out of ammo, you still got a fucking chainsaw, and then when someone realizes, like, oh shit!
Alright,
Okay, speaking of flamethrower chainsaw, I guess I have to find it now.
I feel like we've gone off.
Wait. There's a wait. Are you telling me someone's already made it?
Where is old Victory Chainsaw the gift hiding?
Hold on. I feel as though.
Well, since we're talking about chainsaws, what about a rocket-propelled chainsaw?
There you go.
I feel as though we've.
Here.
So many casualties.
And then there you go. There's the flamethrower chainsaw.
That's the best.
Wait. You really?
Hold on.
Wait. You guys were talking about Megazords. Here's the full version. You have to watch that
Of course, bro. It's fucking Nazis.
So.
They're white Power Rangers.
So tell me, which country will this represent?
Germany, I believe.
Or America, depending on how much of an asshole you got piloting it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's Germany right there. Like,
Fuck it, I'm down. I'll pilot that. I don't give a shit. It's got a fucking flamethrowing chainsaw.
You know.
Want to fight me?
I feel like I should just have this up on Immature right now while the rest of the video fucking plays. I feel like we've also gotten off topic. What was everyone else's thoughts when the fucking drone came out?
I was just like, really? Come on, guy.
I was like, the fuck is that gonna do? Is that gonna be slightly annoying?
Well, I mean, as a distraction tactic, it did kind of work somewhat for a bit.
Did it have a fucking smoke bomb on it when it landed? What the fuck?
Yeah, actually, here's the thing, though.
It was
That's why-
slightly annoying, like I thought it was gonna be.
Actually, that's honestly why I think the Japanese one should have actually had 2 people in the cockpit, so they had one guy handling that while the other guy actually drove towards them. Then it would actually be a distraction.
Oh, that would have actually been good. Maybe Japan's maybe Japan's listening on us right now, and they're gonna bring us over there, help them produce their newest battle mech.
Oh, yes.
Guys, you do realize though that we're all inside this mech. We gotta dress up like Power Rangers and do the posing.
Yep. I'm down with it.
Two of us are gonna be the same colored Rangers, and they're just gonna keep fighting with each other over who gets to be the Ranger.
Guys, I want to be the Black Power Ranger.
Really, I wanted to be the White Power Ranger. This kind of works out.
Oh
Me and
no!
Mark can fight each other to the death every time we get in the mech because
So
I'm White
so
Power, he's Black Power.
So who's the poor sapper gonna get to be the Pink and Yellow Rangers?
Jared.
Pink. Aaron?
Nope, I
I
already
was gonna
called
say
Red.
that's gonna be AJ.
Yeah,
Fuck that, I'm red.
no, I already called the Red Ranger.
Too bad you could be blue.
I can be Zordon.
It's
Wow.
I could just be a fat head in a glass tube.
Aaron would be the douchiest glass tube guy ever. It's like, what do you fuckers want?
Fucking cancer patient.
Too much-
Last
too much pink energy is dangerous.
Oh, Jesus.
Which means we have to
But
either
Ryan-
fight a female robot or a gay robot.
Brian,
Meh.
I thought we already agreed though. You're already Mr. Pink, so you'd have to be the pink guy.
Can I have that little skirt thing that goes along with the uniform?
He's thinking everything.
I mean, if you wanna wear the skirt, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you.
All right, good.
So then I just gotta break Derek's kneecaps to hit the Red Ranger suit, right?
Chainsaw.
Good luck with that.
I got rid of it because the Victory Chainsaw one from Imager has the full thing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I could just paint you red with your blood, and you can pretend to be a Red Ranger.
I just figured there was no reason to have
Right. So, when they started colliding with each other, I thought that was brilliant using the giant paintball gun as a battering ram.
Honestly, I thought they should have just kept on firing if they even had ammo left. I have no idea how much that thing actually carried.
Now, if they...
Just aimed at the I would have aimed it at the cockpit, blind them.
Actually,
what
no.
I would have done too.
Honestly, what I would have done, I would have actually kept firing at any exposed part. Just let it gunk up whatever mechanical bits are there. Just be like, oh, looks like you can barely move now.
I would have had an auger that served as a bayonet to rip open the cockpit to shoot inside.
Ryan, you didn't watch the fucking weapons testing video, did you?
No, I didn't.
They actually have one.
That is awesome.
They just didn't equip it for the combat.
Well, they needed to use it as a bayonet on the gun.
They have a gigantic drill bit, yeah.
Alright. I'm happy now. But they should have used it as a bayonet so they could shoot the gun inside the cockpit.
Yeah, and kill him. Did you see the test?
To be fair, that cockpit was about to fucking open up by itself anyways.
Oh, dude, when they hit the cockpit with the barrels of the gun, you actually see it lift up and come back down. It's
That's
like,
nice. That is nice.
That's probably why they stopped beating on the cockpit, actually.
I wouldn't have... Kumite, bitches!
Also that they say the Japanese guy showed excellent sportsmanship, but if he really had any actual honor, he would have committed seppuku after the match was done.
Like, right on the arena floor.
Yep,
Yeah,
right there.
I don't think so. I mean, he has to build it. He has to build a new giant robot to give to Troa Barton or something.
Well,
I mean,
also, the second one of the American pilots had to stand there so that he can basically behead him after disembowelment's done. We gotta do this right.
Right.
So, gonna point it out. The chainsaw, did anyone else notice that it ripped open that paintball Gatling gun's
Yes,
hopper
it did.
system?
We're gonna get to that in a second. When they had the intermission, when they had,
We will get to it now.
yeah, when they had the break to, separate them, I was joking when I said, now strap a chainsaw on and rip them apart.
Yeah, Ryan, you really need to stop manipulating manipulating reality as we know it.
I can't help it.
Except
It's,
for, those of us who actually watched the preview videos knew there was a chainsaw involved somewhere.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been cool if they didn't have like a whole 40 minutes of preview videos, but
And that's why I
understand
tuned
that they needed
out.
to show both teams stuff.
I saw like
still,
I saw the time when the
good to
match was
watch, though.
supposed to start, and I was like, I'll just like fucking go back in when they actually start. So I missed some of that shit.
Well, they gotta build up the hype, right? So.
No, it's true. It's true.
But
Oh,
yeah,
my hype was
trained for fucking 2 years.
my
now.
hype was already
But
built
you
when
got
Don
everyone all
came.
in one place. You gotta show them something.
My hype already hit the.
But I've been riding that hype train for 2 fucking years.
That's like going in the movie theater, just cut into the middle and say, "Okay, he died. You can all go home." Nobody cares.
I mean, they could have done that with the Revenant.
Completely random. Apparently today, during the Syrian civil war, the ISIS stronghold of Raqqa was captured.
Oh,
So
It's because they heard that we have giant fighting robots now, and they just gave up.
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
But effectively, ISIS's de facto capital for their creepy, weird pseudo nation is gone. So that's a good victory for humanity.
That is. Now off the politics and back to giant robots.
Fuck those guys.
Well, here's the thing: they're still basically just guerrilla fighters, so they can basically keep on doing their
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean they're going.
Okay.
to,
Okay.
but
We're done.
it definitely helps.
So enough of the politics and let's go back to giant fighting robots.
Mhm.
thing. Oh, that was actually by the segue into it, because we're sending giant robots into Syria.
Except instead of giant paintball cannons, they're putting real guns on the thing.
Wait, didn't my
I wanna see
hold
the
on a
movie of that
second.
thing.
Didn't my
I
giant
mean,
tank like have speakers that said now invading communist China just to throw them the fuck off?
You know, that's funny because
Mark, how many tons of ammo do you think you can fit in Eagle Prime?
also
I don't know.
Also, they
Yeah,
really
probably.
missed an opportunity because they should have named it Freedom Prime.
Oh,
Yeah.
think they would have gotten in trouble.
At least they didn't name it Metal Gear.
Yeah, that was actually their second mech they had weight in the wings.
A big T-Rex.
I got super fucking pumped when it picked up the scaffolding and started twirling it around to deflect all the
Yeah, no,
paintball bullets.
That was fucking great. Like, they literally just took anime logic and somehow made it work.
It worked! Anime is real!
Oh my god, Undone was right!
What?
Well, I mean, the physics for that punch was a real thing.
I have the need to kill robots now.
Anime is real now, and I'm super fucking happy about the whole thing. And now let's get to another highlight. Hey, those robots are getting awfully close to us. Nah, we'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty great.
Last words.
Honestly, at first I thought that they were faking that until it shows the crew actually like running and the dude with the fire extinguisher there putting a fire out. I'm like, oh shit, they actually did fuck that up.
I like the woman's response. He's like, "Hey, we're okay." No, that's why I'm worried. It's coming. I know robots. They're coming right for us.
That's why we need to be announcers. I would have been like, we gotta get the fuck out of here!
You know, that's actually why I actually found that fucking hilarious. It's like, no, we gotta get out of here. It's like, oh, but you're the robot expert. Yeah. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? They're coming towards us, you idiot.
You're right. I am the robot expert. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And it just crushes.
Thank you for pointing out that really irrelevant fact. You can die knowing that you managed to point it out before your imminent death.
The fact that they crashed through the announcer's booth.
I was half expecting the male announcer to get injured. Just half. Not hoping, just half expecting it.
I'm
let's
left.
be fair
It wouldn't
here.
surprise me.
I'm left with a very important question. Why did you set the announcer's booth in the fighting arena?
Well,
Actually,
Where else are you gonna put them?
well, they should have
literally
put everyone
anybody
up.
anywhere else.
They should have put them up in the rafters so that like they were not on the ground floor where they could get shot with one of those fucking 130 mile an hour 3-pound paintballs.
There was
Yeah,
nothing.
like I said,
There was no
anywhere
shield.
else.
There was
They-
no
they
shield.
Definitely should have kept some distance and at least, like, I don't know, put cameras or something up. As
Yeah,
long as it's even, who gives a shit?
what was that, AJ?
I said obviously they need a detonation grid around the battlefield.
I'm surprised they didn't call the match when they went crashing through the announcer's booth.
Why
Nope,
would they do
that's-
that?
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
normal robot fight shit, man.
So
Yeah,
No
dude.
business.
I was about to say,
everything.
that is normal robot fighting. I mean,
Yeah,
come
like
on.
Ryan, the
Yeah.
whole reason why they did it in that abandoned factory was so that they had the room to actually do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Well, apparently it wasn't
Like I
enough.
said in- yeah, like I said in the chat, like it's not a real robot fight unless there's casualties.
Unless 2 or 3 people have died, it's a boring affair.
Exactly.
You know, I
There we
was
go.
thinking the same thing in my head, Ryan.
Robot fighting is exactly like a Dothraki wedding.
Considered a dull affair.
The only thing that probably would have made the entire thing better is if either A, more robots got involved and it was a battle royale, or B, they crashed through the wall.
Wow.
They crashed through the wall and take up the fighting in the parking lot.
That'd be really cool. And then like as they go out there, they notice there are multiple other nations mechs waiting for them. It just turns into a giant brawl.
Oh, and America and Japan have to team up and like battle Mexico's robot.
Is England, and he's like, "Oi, cunt!
And
We
Australia,
can mech the sun to beat your mech."
yeah, and Australia's robot shows up and it's like, "Oi, cunt!"
Yeah, it turns out
Suckles.
Britain's mech was actually just an airplane. if we're going with historical stereotypes.
So the chainsaw, beautiful touch. If the match went on any further, I think the guy would have been killed.
As I said, it needed a flamethrower.
It did need a flamethrower though.
Yeah, you're right. It's the only way. That's how you make chain. I mean, when I was using like one of the crew members on my job site was using a chainsaw, and I was thinking the same thing. We gotta have a flamethrower if we want to take down this tree.
It's true, man. Also, we need at least a couple kilotons of explosives attached to literally every melee weapon on the mech.
No,
If only that chainsaw had a attached flamethrower.
If only that chainsaw had a flamethrower and a bayonet.
well, no. You need to take a page from Evil Within and have harpoons that are electrified.
I'm down with that.
That's also a Dead Space thing.
That is also a Dead Space thing.
We need to Dead Space.
lot of things.
We need to Dead Space up mech battles.
You know what? They should just shoot acid balls from now on from that
No, you know
cannon.
what they need to do for their next set of weapons? They need to take some pointers from Dead Rising 2 specifically.
A motorbike with 2 chainsaws attached to it?
Either that, or deploy a drone that's literally just a teddy bear with a fucking LMG like strapped to it.
What?
Freedom Bear, man, come on.
Why don't you just use LRMs?
I was about to say,
Not fags.
yeah, apparently.
Dude, they would never see it coming. It just looks all fucking cute with a little Rambo headband on. Then just suddenly.
Now,
No.
just the way the entire thing went down, someone needs to make an anime off of it.
They already have.
I'm pretty sure that's already.
Yeah, Ryan, that's called at least 60% of mecha anime out there.
No, I mean this.
Polygon.
I meant this particular battle. They need to recreate the shit, over dramatize it a little bit, scene from scene.
I I'm certain that's gonna happen.
I am
Actually-
100% certain that is exactly what is in G Gundam when Japan and America's Gundam fights.
I mean,
Like,
I need to see an over-dramatized anime.
Actually, no, because Jiminy Crockett did not have a chainsaw. He had boxing gloves.
Oh yes.
yeah.
But you know what? I'm down with American Boxing Robot.
Yeah.
I believe they're playing it again.
Probably.
This just
They
turned.
also had that Q&A scheduled too, right?
Yeah, this just turned out amazing. I'm super happy the way everything turned out, the way it wanted it, the way it did turn out. I'm super glad I put off recording of other videos for this.
Did you even know about it until today?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know about it until about 30 minutes ago.
Don, I work like 10 to 12 hours every fucking day, then come home, maybe do a recording, and go to bed.
You had 2 fucking years to hear about this.
Actually, goddammit, I'm pretty sure Don talked about it at least a few times.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I forgot about it each and every time because that's just what I do with Don anytime he speaks.
I'm not saying there's much of an excuse on my
That's the
part,
same thing that you do.
but I've also been doing this dumb job for 2 to 3 years.
Well, see, Dawn, earlier today when you sent me the text message about giant robot battles and things like that, you didn't say it was this fight. And also today is the day that MWO had its weekly update and patch. So I figured you were misquoting the times of when their servers were going to be down.
I have to say though,
God
this
damn it.
That was last night.
whole
Also, what it
Like,
like,
I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
are you
sure about that?
Yeah, are you sure?
You underestimate his dumbness.
I do have to say, this almost makes me want to download MechWarrior.
Ryan, download fucking MechWarrior.
Yeah,
Don't
that
make me
right. What the
force you
fuck
to
are you
do it.
doing? Although,
It's
to be,
overdone.
although to be
You're
fair,
on
I'm
the
pretty
dumb
sure we're
guns.
all still pissed off about that bullshit involving the basically all the cheese builds.
Come to the mech
Yeah,
war, Ryan. We have robots.
Really-
I said
that really pissed me
almost.
off, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Every match, cheese.
So
Why are
much
we not
cheese.
playing right now?
Oh my
No,
god.
For one thing, you're not even in our lance like an asshole.
Well,
To be fair, wait. To be fair, Dick Cheese, I was in that lance before you, and
Yeah.
you just got it
And
now.
Well-
you fucking left.
Not to mention, Mark and all the others were gone for like, I don't know, 2 months. So lick my balls.
oh god,
You're so a bitch.
guys,
them.
hold on for 2 sec.
All right, Don.
Guys, hold on for 2 seconds.
Bouncing beach balls.
Okay, hold on a second. Calm down, Wesker. What is it, Ryan?
Fella, I gotta wrap up
Live
this.
streaming.
I gotta wrap up this little recording. I'll be back to the normal gaming videos another day soon, guys. It's just I had to get together with the posse to talk about this amazing event. So
And it got entirely fucked up.
It
You're
did-
welcome.
well, this is also why I record solo or with a maximum of 2 or 3 people, because it turns into a giant brouhaha.
It always turns into brouhaha.
Every day.
It's usually Ern's fault.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
it's
blame
actually
you.
your fault, Don.
So,
I'm
folks,
sure it's you.
Because you are kind of a bitch.
if you guys have managed to actually stick with us this long, you deserve a medal. But until next time, everyone, stay awesome out there. Adios.
it now?
Yes, I'm cutting it now.
God damn it!
What?
Why, Mark? What'd you want?
Oh, nothing. I was hoping that would just make the final cut.
Don.
Probably still recording it.
I am!
Say it.